So the other day on my Instagram account, I posted a picture of someone with pretty jacked up feet. Clearly this person was probably predisposed to having bunions and all other sorts of things in their feet, but also probably didn't do any good by wearing shoes that crammed their toes. I haven't had this many people reach out in a long time regarding a topic. And then I followed that up with kind of talking about what type of shoes you should be looking for if you're going to be running or just walking around. And it's really just find a shoe that looks like your foot. If you have a narrower foot, a narrower shoe can be fine. If you have a wide foot like myself, I need something with a wide toe box, and I try to work with something that kind of looks kind of like a foot. It's got a nice wide toe box. You got your big toe, and then you're descending a little angle for your other toes. All the while, I have been running a little bit more than I was. I took some time off because I was a little bit injured from marathon training to the point where I couldn't actually follow through and do the marathon back in the spring. But I've started to run again, and I just want to show you guys what I look for in my running shoes. I posted about this like a year ago. It's nice to have a little refresher here. So I run in Ultras, and typically I have been running in the Ultra Escalante, but I have found that when they updated to the version 2.5, the sole was a little bit too soft for me. So I had purchased some Torins, which is like they're more firm, more structured shoe, and then they finally came out with something that's kind of in the middle of that, and they are the Ultra Rivera, and these guys look great. They have some pretty fantastic colorways, and one thing I want you to look at is what is the shape, and they even have it on the sole. All the toes are kind of there, and that's how our foot should look. But if you take a typical running shoe like a Nike, Adidas, even some of the New Balance, you'll see a much more pointy angle. I mean, it's a little bit rounded at the top, but you'll see more of an angle, and that's cramming all your toes together, not allowing them to spread out, providing you balance and strength transfer into the ground to propel you. And so that's why I'm a big fan of Ultra. There's a couple other brands out there that are similar in shape, but these guys I have found to be the best for me. And I'd say the colors are great. Let's see, you gotta take the little insert out, and what we're looking for here is something called a break test. And so you're going to take your shoes, regardless of new or old, and you basically want to see where do they break. And I learned this one from Chris Johnson, a great PT up in Seattle area, looking for where the shoe goes, where it breaks here. It should be roughly about where your toes start to bend, especially as you toe off through propulsion. And these guys are great right where we want them, right where the toes are going to be pushing off. I've had some shoes that have it way up here, which would be a problem because it'd be too stiff, causing some force transfer up the chain, maybe into the ankle and the plantar fascia, causing some trouble. Or if it's really, really low, then once again, it's going to be a little too stiff, and it's going to cause some issues up the chain. So these guys seem to be really good on the brake test. A little bit more structured than the Escalante, but once again, all I'm really looking for me is something that looks like a foot, nice wide toe box, and not terribly structured because my foot loves a lot of cushion. So I look forward to taking these guys out. And if you need any ideas on what other brands might be good for your running shoes, please reach out. You can just shoot me a message or a comment below, and be sure to like or subscribe if you want more information like this. All right.